as long as you guys have been in Mid-City. I've only been here the last couple of years, but I've never ran into you guys. It's crazy. We be shopping at the same thing. And I was looking, you guys started the Pervbusters at the same time I moved into Mid-City, which is 2020. That's when my kid was born.
Yeah, because around that time, when it was right. It was right. It was in the midst of pandemic.
In the pandemic.
So how that came about? I'm watching Chris Hansen, Dateline NBC, and I'm just seeing like it was one episode they kept catching the same dude. They call him like 3 times.
Yeah, it was the dude that he kind of looks like a rat or a mouse.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about? He has a big nose.
Yeah,
Mexican dude, huh?
Yeah, they kept catching him back there. I'm like, damn. I'm like, and they had me think. I'm like, damn. You know how many motherfuckers that is uncaught? Like they just out just doing shit. Like especially social media makes it so easy for them to do. You know. So I hit my brother up. I hit Nazerus. I was like, man, we should do this, right? Wow. So he was like, all right, you know. I didn't think he was gonna be too serious about it. I was like, I just told him I'm on the phone. I'm hyped up. I'm like, yeah, create the Instagram, this and this and that. He was like, all right. He went and did it. The next day, he was like, oh, come on, let's do it. I'm like, I gotta go to work. You know? He was like, all right. He went and caught his first person. And once I seen...
Was that the guy that wanted his ass eaten?
Yeah, wanted his ass eaten.
I'll never forget.
He wanted his ass eaten. Dion is legendary, man. Dion was the first Pokemon. That was the starter Pokemon you catch with Dion. And he fled away. You know, they used to get away, but they don't get away when once we get them on film. You know, because a lot of people want us to put our hands on them, and then it's really, you know, we do that. It's kind of like, okay, afterwards, you know, we leave that really up to the fans. You know, if the fans want to do that, they can do that. You know, but for the most part, it's kind of really just registering them on the internet. You know what they say? Once you put it on the internet, it's forever.
Yeah, it's forever. So, it's indefinitely. So they're pretty much, you know, it's a whole different game from registering them as a sex offender on like any official government site, because someone would have to go out of their way from that. Yeah. You put it on the internet, it's coming to you. You're seeing it live on your feed. People are sharing it, especially when it's somebody that they know. Like, I'm not trying to burp your face, bro. Let me tell you something, bro. Like, over the time, I've been working on content. Okay, I've been working on content for hours, actually since last night. But I've also, you know, I've been indulging in shit like that. Okay, so. That's where all that gas has come from, but normally, okay. I just want to put that because we're on camera. But it's totally different when you put it on the internet. I feel like it has a different meaning to it, and it's pretty raw. You know, it's totally different from reading it, because you can always say that's a different Deion Sanders or whatever. That's a different Deion Sanders that was caught for that. That's not me. Because it's on paper, right? But like, if you put them on film and you have these people admitting to these things, it's like, okay, cool. You're letting people know. Actually, like, first and foremost, you're telling the people.
Yeah.
But like, one thing I can remember is, I don't know if you remember when we gave back to the community, I was mentioning that you guys had caught somebody that went to the same high school that I went to.
Man,
Santa Monica High School.
That's crazy.
I actually went and dug up the footage. But it's on my phone. Unfortunately, my phone is what's doing this fucking interview now, so I can't show you. But I think your brother said his name was Greg during that meeting. I don't know.
It's funny. My brother, he gonna hate me for it. He built like some weird relation. He be knowing these guys. He be knowing their names. He said it's Greg.
No. Naz was saying that his name was Greg. He was bullshitting basically. He was like. So the way he approached him, he goes, hey, bro, you look familiar. What high school did you go to? He goes, oh, Samo. Oh. He goes, Santa Monica High School, Samo.
So that verifies it.
Yeah, in order to verify the perv. Yeah. So the perv, unknowingly verified himself, and then at that point, Naz is playing into it. He goes, yeah, don't you remember me? My name is Greg. I went to school with you. He was bullshitting. So when I met you guys, I was like, yeah, you guys said that you knew one of the pervs, blah, 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 blah.
Oh.
So, but I didn't realize because I had only seen it, it was so long ago, but I had to brush up on it after we met.
Okay.
I went back and I looked at that.
Damn.
But no.
Yeah, how did that make you feel though? Like,
that it was
like y'all went to the same school and not knowing
age, actually.
But not knowing like, damn, you know, that motherfucker is a perv. Like, I gotta watch Sisters. I gotta watch my daughter. This motherfucker, he get like that. See that?
So the way that made me feel, it's crazy that you asked that because a lot of that stuff, a lot of what you guys do touches close to home. And I'm not gonna say too much because I don't want to put people out there. I haven't personally, and I thank God for this, I've never been in a situation where I've been a victim of that, right? So thank God for that, but I know people personally that are like within my inner circle of the family that have been unfortunately victims to that, bro. So the way that shit made me feel was like kind of like scared, you know, because at that time when I found you guys, that was 2020. So, and my daughter was just born, and I told my girl when we found out she was pregnant, the one thing I was like, I hope it's a boy. She's like, why? I'm like, look, I'm grateful for whatever God gives me. As long as they're healthy, you know, even if they're not born healthy, I don't care. Like, I'm grateful, right? But the thing is about a girl versus a boy is like, girls are just target, like, you know, not to say boys aren't, because it can happen to a boy too, but like, girls are just, for whatever reason, they're on everyone's radar. Like, everyone wants to target them.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's the only thing is like, I'm kind of scared because of the things I can't control within having a daughter, bro. So that's the way that made me feel, bro. I'm like, man, to be so close to home. I was actually born in Santa Monica. I was for the most part raised in Santa Monica too. So that was like kind of nutty. I'm like, wow.
The Mobcast.